Well, good morning. Today is Sunday, August 2nd, and I thought I'd get on here real quick before I watched my YouTube mass service. So, and I got my shirt on that Carla got me. It's got my name on it. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I get up close. You can see that it says Sandy. Get situated here again. I was all situated and then I got up. But anyway, and it fits so nice. You know what's funny? Not funny, but uplifting. That's a better word. When I was showing Jim last night, he said, "Oh, that's a really nice shirt. That really is nice, but it looks kind of small. I don't think it's going to fit you." And I looked at it and I held it up and I go, "Yeah, I don't think it's going to fit either. But we'll see in the morning after I take my shower. I'll put it on." And it fits. It fits perfect. I've come a long way, baby. And I know it too. But anyway, we have some birthdays today. Today is Diane Cross on the YouTube thing. She's Diane-C. But Diane Cross gets a song because it's her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diane. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great day. It is raining. It's raining to beat the band here. But it's also, I think it's Kirsten, Kristen, because I don't think it's Kristen, but it might be Kirsten. But Kirsten, yeah, K-R, Kirsten. That's how I'm going to say it, because that's how the nuns taught me to sound out the vowels and the consonants. So it's Kirsten. Kirsten, last name. I think it's LaJoie, L-A-J-O-I-E. So Kirsten gets a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kirsten. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Oh, look at you can see my bones. I really do have bones in my neck. I didn't know that. For the longest time, I thought my bones all disappeared. Well, they did, in a layer of fat. But now they're starting to protrude. If I could just get rid of my extra wave right there. That's going to be there forever, but whatever. And also, it's Laura Hall. Laura Hall says, "I don't care about your flabby arms. It's my birthday." She wouldn't say that. She's too nice. So I said it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Laura. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. So, no plans for today. We were going to go see Christy, but then she's got... Aaron has... is the manager of a Boston market, and they're not giving him enough hours to really run his restaurant. So Christy's going to go over there on Sundays and help him out to kind of save on payroll. And then Sophia will go to her other grandma's because it's right by where Aaron works, so they don't have to go out of their way. That's just like on the way. They can drop her off. And, well, Grandma wouldn't want Sophia around anyhow. She's a good little girl. She really is. All my grandkids are good kids. I don't have a problem having them around. But, so I'm going to watch the church, and then I'm going to watch my political shows because that's what I do. Oh, I forgot to get my paper. I got to go out and get my paper. I got to read my paper. I got to know what's going on in the world. And then just stay on track. I'm just going to... I went over my points yesterday. I told you that yesterday. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just back on track. This week I've decided I'll probably sporadically show you my food because I think it really worked not having the pressure of showing you my food. So maybe every once in a while I'll show you. If I eat something a little different. If I eat the same old, you don't need to see it. You know, like my berries and that. Although I have cut back on my fruits significantly because I really do think that made the difference as far as my weight loss this past week. And just my attitude, my whole attitude, I think made the biggest difference too. But we had a thunderstorm. Well, it rained most of the night, but then probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock, we had a thunderstorm roll through. I love thunderstorms. I just laid in bed. I was awake watching the lightning bolts across the sky because I sleep with my window open. And as long as they're safe, I love a good thunderstorm. But you know, like if it's like bad and people lose power or your trees come down and things, I'm not a big fan of it then. But I just love a good thunderstorm. I love a good rain. My perfect vacation is 1 day of rain. I know people don't like going on vacation with me because I'm always hoping for 1 day of rain. I don't know why. I just really am. And I told you on my funeral day I want it to be raining as hard as it can be raining. I guess I don't really have a consideration for the people that might show up for my funeral, but I don't know. I'm weird. I'm really weird that way. My perfect day is a day in the middle of the as a day when it's the middle of the day and a storm comes through and it is so dark in your house you have to turn the lights on. My family will call me and they go, "Oh, it's your perfect day. It's your perfect day." They just know it. And I don't know why. I don't get depressed. It perks me up. It's odd. It's odd. I know it's odd. But I did get a couple comments about when the hospital lost Jimmy, that, you know, he must have been starving because it had been so long. We found out that they were giving him formula, which I think kind of, I had a hard time nursing with him. He just didn't take to nursing, and I think it's because he got the taste of the formula or the bottle or whatever it is, because and I think part of the other reason was I couldn't go home because, well, I told you I was a fanatic. I couldn't be alone, first of all. I knew I was going to go to my mother's house and stay there. I just knew that. But my sister Mary, I think, had the chicken pox. So, or was it Denise? Might have been Denise, because Denise would have been 12. Well, one of them was really sick. So I had to go to Jim's mother's house, my mother-in-law, and it's just, you know, it's not the same. It's like, I wouldn't have a problem being naked in front of my mother, but, you know, my mother-in-law, it's like, you know, not that I had to be naked, but like when I'm trying to get him to latch and things, and it's just, it was just a difficult situation all the way around. And I appreciate the fact that she let me stay there because she knew I couldn't go home and be alone. But it was, I think, all of that into the combination of everything. But he was 10 pounds when he was born. He's a big boy now, so I don't think that he was deprived of any food of any kind. And then there was something else I was going to address. I can't think of what it was. But Jim's still loving his truck. He's like watching YouTube videos, and he's reading his manual, and he's learning everything new about his truck. This is the first new vehicle he's had in a long time. I think since the 80s. I think in the 80s we got a minivan. But other than that, he's always drove the beater car. The beater car is like the second car that just got him to his construction sites and things like that. So he's really happy that he has this car. Not that he didn't have a car since then. He always bought them used. So, which was brand new to him. But, and then, like I said, I'm just going to take this week as it comes slowly. Just face it head on and hopefully have another loss next week and work my way there. I was texting with Sue over at Sue Slims Down, and she feels bad because she thinks that she's going to have a gain. And I told her that she shouldn't worry about it because even if she had a gain, she gained so much more by being with her daughter. Because I don't know if you watch her channel. I'll leave a link down below to Sue's channel. But she went to Idaho to see her daughter, and she drove with her son. And I'm thinking any amount of time that you can gain with your family is well worth the trade-off of a few pounds that you know you can lose and get back. You can get back that loss, you know, that gain. You can get it back. But the time you spend with family, once it's lost, it's lost. So you can't turn back time. I'm not going to sing, but yes I am. If I could turn back time. I didn't do Cher justice at all, did I? But in my defense, Cher, as she's gotten older, has got instruments helping her out a little bit, if you know what I mean. But she still has a better voice than me. I'm not comparing myself to Cher by any means at all. None whatsoever. But anyway, that's it. And that's the way it was. Walter Cronkite. Don't we just miss the days when you could watch the news and just hear the news? You didn't have to hear an opinion. It didn't have to be an opinionated newscast. They just told you all that. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. I miss those days. I really do miss those days. You can always watch a show, even back then, a political show that kind of leaned your way of thinking, if you chose to. But I don't know. I like, you know, now I sound like my grandmother. My grandmother used to say, you know, in the olden days, not that I talked to her that much, because like I told you, by the time I came around, she had enough of grandchildren. But, well, even my mother, she would say, you know, in my day, you know, and that's what I say now, yeah, you know, in my day. And you know what? My kids are going to say it to their kids, too. You know, in my day. That's just the way it is. And that's the way it is. Steal Walter Cronkite's line. And I remember when he was talking about President Kennedy, he actually cried on network, and he had no shame. And back then you didn't see a man cry. So props to him, props to him. I tell you, he's missed. He's sorely missed. He really is. But anyway, I'm going to end now with, I stole a meme or a picture from the Facebook, now I sound like an old lady, from the Facebook. I stole from Facebook. Lainey, over at Laineyslife, had put up this picture that I'm going to put at the end that you can see. But this is my mantra for this week. And I'm going to leave a link to Lainey's channel down below. So you can go over there and give her some love too and subscribe to her. But the things that her little meme cartoon suggests is, number one, establish a routine. I did that this past week. I established a routine. I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I actually threw in a snack somewhere along the line. I plan on following that because it worked. Number two is set a schedule that works. And I did. I figured out what my day was going to be like, and I figured out in my mind what time I was going to eat my breakfast, what time I was going to eat my lunch, what time I was going to eat my dinner. I didn't figure my snack in because I thought I'm not necessarily going to figure that I'm going to have a snack just to have a snack. If I get a little hungry in between any of the meals, I'll have a snack, but I'll plan for it as far as my points. I'll leave a couple extra points open for that. Number three is to create structure. I've done that. I've rearranged my pantry and my refrigerator a little bit so that the first things I see are the first things I'm going to grab, which are healthy choices. And I'm going to have another successful week by doing that. The fourth thing that she says is to make time for you to just relax. Yes, I have set aside time this past week just to read. I'm not worried too much about staying caught up with my YouTube videos because I always do catch up with them. But I just need to take some time just to focus on Sandy. And I think that I focused on me this week made the difference. I know I keep coming back to that, but you know, I lost 2.2 pounds, so I did something right this past week. And I want to repeat it this week too. Not to necessarily say I'm going to lose another 2.2 pounds. I know how my body works, so I won't be disappointed if that doesn't happen. But I'm going to have a loss. Because I came to the realization, and I don't know why it got past me, but that was what I was going to tell you. I knew it would come back to me. Is the fact that I've told you that I always like to get into the next set of digits, like the 300s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, so forth. Well, now I was 209.8. My next set of digits is Wonderland. That got really past me. It really got past me, and I didn't really pay that much attention to it. And then for some reason last night I'm thinking, well, I got to get into the 90s, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's Wonderland. That's my next step. All the more reason I want to follow this plan this week, because I want to get there. I want to get there by my birthday, which is a lofty goal. And I know, don't set goals, Sandy. I hear you. You're going, don't do it. Stop. But I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. I really am. I hit my goal by my birthday. At least my 100 pounds. I'm going to at least hit my 100 pounds, which is about 5 pounds. I can do that. A pound a week, because my birthday's in 5 weeks. Pound a week. I can do that. And FaceTime with your family or friends. I just got done writing a few cards for some friends that I'm going to send out. So I took a little bit of time today to do that. And I'm going to do that. I talk to my daughter every day anyhow on the phone, so that's not a big difference. But I'm going to make time. I really am. And the very last thing that is, just remember, it will happen. It may take a while. It may not happen on my birthday. It'll definitely happen before the end of the year. I don't have a doubt of that. It'll definitely happen before the end of the year. But as long as I'm taking my time, doing what's right, not getting overly obsessed with things, I'll achieve it. And I know I will. So check out Sue Slims Down and Laineyslife. I'll have their links down below. And as always, 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 stay safe. If you have to get out in public, wear a mask. If not for yourself, because they say that the mask doesn't really protect you, it's just protecting someone else. And so if you're not worried about protecting yourself, at least think of protecting someone else. And I just don't see why, unless you have some major health issues, and I can completely understand that, but weren't you taught from an early childhood, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you? And I think you'd want them to be worried about your health just as much as you should worry about theirs. Okay, enough of the preaching. It's Sunday. I have to do a little bit of preaching. So anyway, stay safe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.